Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Trump and Putin agreed to ceasefire talks and better US-Russia relations. Court orders rehiring of 24,000 federal workers fired under Trump's plan. Trump's controversial immigration actions accused of targeting vulnerable asylum seekers. Federal judge orders Musk to restore U.S. aid operations after controversial shutdown. Oklahoma wildfires kill 4 and injure 200, damage reported across the state. Governor Hochul and Congressman Tonko announce $270 million for affordable housing in New York. Colorful St. Patrick's Day parade celebrated in New York City. Plane crash near Roten kills 12, popular musician Aurelio Martinez among victims. Netanyahu warns Israel's Gaza offensive is just the beginning. Greek nurse sentenced to life for murdering 2 daughters in tragic case. Bangladesh football's new era, Heart of Bangladesh jersey unveiled. And Australia's first out gay footballer Josh Cavallo opens up about daily abuse and struggle. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Trump said he and Russian President Vladimir Putin agreed to start talks for a ceasefire in Ukraine. They spoke on Tuesday in a long phone call. The White House said both leaders agreed to begin negotiations right away. The Kremlin said a key condition for peace should be stopping all foreign military aid to Ukraine, but the White House did not mention this. Trump wrote on Truth Social that the call was very good and productive. He said they agreed to a ceasefire on energy and infrastructure and would work toward ending the war. He also said Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky wanted peace. The call lasted at least 90 minutes. The White House said both leaders believed peace was necessary and that better US-Russia relations would bring economic and political benefits. Before the call, Trump said US officials had serious discussions with Russia about land disputes. He also said he wanted to meet with Putin. Last week, US and Ukrainian officials proposed a 30-day ceasefire, but Putin did not commit. More talks will take place soon. More than 24,000 federal workers who were fired under President Trump's government reduction plan have been rehired after a judge's order last week. Court records reveal that these employees, mostly probationary workers with less than a year in service, were let go as part of Trump's plan to shrink the federal workforce. U.S. District Judge James Brader temporarily blocked the firings and ordered reinstatements. The Justice Department appealed, but a federal appeals court refused to delay the order. Agencies have since complied, placing most reinstated workers on paid administrative leave. Among the affected agencies, the Treasury Department had the highest number, firing 7,613 workers, followed by the Agriculture Department with 5,714 and Health and Human Services with 3,248. Other agencies, including the EPA, Homeland Security and Education, also had significant layoffs and reinstatements. Officials warned that the back and forth employment changes could cause confusion. The Justice Department's appeal is still pending, meaning a future ruling could impact these workers again. For now, agencies continue to follow the court's decision while waiting for the final outcome. A lawyer for a Venezuelan immigrant deported to El Salvador accused President Trump's administration of using sickening psychological tactics against asylum seekers. Lindsay Togzilowski, representing a man sent to a Salvadorian prison, described the situation as the most shocking in her 15 years of handling immigration cases. The immigrant, an LGBTQ+ artist who fled political persecution in Venezuela, had passed an asylum interview in the US but was wrongfully deported. The Trump administration portrayed detainees as violent gang members connected to the Tren de Aragua crime group. However, Togzilowski rejected these claims, saying her client had no criminal record and was identified as a gang member because of tattoos that weren't gang-related. The immigrant's family also spoke out, disputing the terrorist labels. Togzilowski argued that the deportations were part of a broader strategy to deter people from seeking asylum and further Trump's anti-immigration agenda. She emphasized that vulnerable individuals like her client were collateral damage in this effort. As Trump's immigration policies continue to evolve, the legal and ethical implications of such actions remain a topic of intense debate. A federal judge ruled that the shutdown of U.S. Agency for International Development under Elon Musk's leadership likely violated the U.S. Constitution. U.S. District Judge Theodore D. Chung ordered the reinstatement of email, payment systems, and other electronic systems for all USAID employees and contractors. He directed Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to comply within 7 days. The ruling also stated that Musk and DOGE must refrain from taking further actions involving USAID without proper authorization from USAID officials. Chung noted that Musk and DOGE appeared responsible for hastily shutting down the agency, which disrupted global operations. Musk, who had been appointed by President Donald Trump to lead DOGE, had announced plans to close USAID, placing employees on leave and halting critical projects. Former USAID officials warned that the shutdown could result in preventable deaths as vital humanitarian work was halted. The court ordered that no employees be terminated and all contracts must remain intact. Moving forward, USAID is expected to resume operations and continue its work in global health and humanitarian efforts. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Wildfires in Oklahoma resulted in 4 deaths and at least 200 injuries, according to state officials. The fires were driven by strong winds from a storm that passed over the weekend. Nearly 150 fires were reported statewide, damaging over 400 homes. The 4 fatalities were caused by wildfires or winds in Lincoln, Garfield, Haskell, and Pawnee counties. In Pawnee County, a resident trying to escape a burning house was found dead. The Oklahoma State Department of Health reported various injuries, including burns, falls, and transportation-related accidents. A red flag warning remains in effect due to ongoing high winds, low humidity, and dry conditions, posing further wildfire risks. Damage assessments are still underway and officials are urging residents to report damages. Governor Kevin Stitt declared a state of emergency in 12 counties, including Cleveland and Lincoln. Shelters remain open and volunteers are providing assistance to affected residents. Governor Kathy Hochul and Congressman Paul Tonko recently announced that over $270 million in funding would go towards creating and preserving more than 1,800 affordable homes across New York. The funding is part of a broader effort to combat the state's housing crisis, supporting 28 developments with sustainable features and services like child care and broadband internet. This funding is part of Governor Hochul's $25 billion five-year housing plan, which aims to create or preserve 100,000 affordable units statewide. Projects funded include the construction of new housing in areas such as Port Jefferson and Albany, as well as the preservation of existing units in areas like Dunkirk and Mount Vernon. The funding will not only address the housing shortage but also boost local economies, create jobs, and help meet climate goals. More than 55,000 affordable units have been created or preserved so far, with more developments expected in the future. A colorful St. Patrick's Day parade was held in New York City. Like every year, it was recognized as one of the largest and most traditional parades in America. On Monday, March 17th, this event was celebrated across the United States. Especially in New York City, the parade surpassed all expectations. The Grand Parade was held along the historic Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. Various school marching bands and traditional Irish pipe and drum bands took part in the event. The entire street was filled with a well-organized procession. Representatives from the New York City Police Department also participated in the parade, dressed in their uniforms. Many local political leaders took part in the New York City parade, including city council members, borough presidents, the mayor of New York City, the governor, state senators, and U.S. senators. Thousands of people stood on both sides of the street to witness the grand event. They greeted the participants with applause and excitement. The St. Patrick's Day parade is considered one of the most popular and finest parades in the United States. After the parade, celebrations and cultural performances were organized at various locations in honor of St. Patrick's Day. The news was reported by Mr. Tawfat Noor with technical support from Shirley Phillips, Millennium TV US and Millennium News 24. Now it's time for global updates. At least 12 people died when a small plane crashed into the Caribbean Sea shortly after taking off from Roatan Island, Honduras. The crash, which occurred about half a mile from the island's coast, was caused by an apparent mechanical failure on the British-made Jetstream 41, according to the police. Videos posted on social media showed rescue workers carrying survivors to safety. Only one body remained missing as search teams continued their efforts. Franklin Burgess, fire captain in Roatan, said the rescue was complicated due to difficult terrain and zero visibility for divers. Among the victims was Aurelio Martinez, a well-known musician in the Garifuna music scene. Martinez, famous for his punty rock style, founded the Lita Ariran Ensemble, one of the first Garifuna groups to gain international recognition. Authorities have confirmed 5 survivors, and the French citizen injured in the crash is being transferred to a hospital in San Pedro Sula. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned that Israel's renewed Gaza offensive is only the beginning after airstrikes killed over 400 people in Gaza. Netanyahu emphasized that the offensive would continue until Israel achieved its goals, destroying Hamas and freeing all hostages. Earlier, Israel's defense minister raised the possibility of many weeks or months of conflict. Evacuations were ordered for northern Gaza as ground attacks seemed imminent. The strikes targeted Hamas leaders and officials, but also resulted in civilian casualties, including women and children. Palestinian health officials reported over 600 injuries, and aid officials said thousands of people were moving to comply with evacuation orders. The violence comes after a failed ceasefire, with Hamas rejecting proposals for a truce. Netanyahu's government is under domestic pressure, facing protests over his decision to fire key security officials. The war, which began in October 2023, has already claimed more than 48,000 lives in Gaza. Rola Pispirigo, a Greek nurse, was sentenced to 2 additional life terms for the murders of her infant daughters, Melina and Irida, after a court in Athens found her guilty. The case has drawn public attention for years. Pispirigo, who was previously convicted of murdering her 9-year-old daughter, Georgina, in March 2024, suffocated Melina in 2019 and Irida in 2021. These killings were part of her attempt to stop her husband from leaving her, according to the court. Pispirigo, 36 years old, denied her guilt and vowed to appeal the decision. She insisted she would fight for justice, even showing a picture of her daughters in court, declaring they would haunt the judges. The case led to the discovery that Melina and Irida had been suffocated, prompting a new trial. Pispirigo's actions have drawn comparisons to the mythological figure Medea, who killed her children in a similar way. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Football in Bangladesh has struggled for popularity like cricket for a long time. However, with the inclusion of experienced players like Hamza Chaudhary, the national team is breathing new life. As the much-awaited AFC Asian Cup qualifier match against India on March 25 approaches, excitement among football fans is rising. At the center of this excitement are not just the players, but also their new heart of Bangladesh jerseys, which have become a topic of discussion. The national team's new jersey is more than just a sportswear. It embodies the country's heritage and football spirit. The design was created by Tasmid Afian Ernie, CEO of Stride Fashion Wear and a member of the Bangladesh Football Federation's official marketing committee. The design is inspired by Bangladesh's culture and history, with a prominent lotus motif representing the national flower and a diamond pattern symbolizing strength and values. The jersey also features river motifs reflecting the country's vast river network. Ernie has moved away from the common green and red colors of the flag, explaining that countries often share similar colors. The jersey is made from eco-friendly, sweat-absorbing fabric designed for Bangladesh's humid climate. The away jersey is finalized, while the home jersey is still under revision. Ernie promises more improvements for the future of Bangladesh football. Australia's first openly gay male professional footballer, Josh Cavallo, has revealed that he still receives death threats every day. Speaking on the Footballers Unfiltered podcast, Cabello shared that despite receiving support from his club and coaches, being open about his sexuality has made him face constant pressure and negativity. Cabello, who came out in 2021, called football a toxic environment for gay players, saying that the sport's lack of acceptance creates challenges for those considering coming out. He noted that many players may avoid being open due to the potential backlash and homophobic abuse which he himself experienced during games with Adelaide United. Reflecting on his journey, Cabello wished he had come out sooner, explaining he had felt like he was living a lie. He added that while support has helped him cope, he understood the difficulties many gay players face in football. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,231.35. The NYSE Composite is increased by 355.82 points or 1.89%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,396.52. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 343.42 points or 0.93%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,426.13. The Shanghai index is increased by 6.57 points or 0.19%. Hong Kong stock close price is 24,145.57. The Hang Seng index is increased by 185.59 points or 0.77%. Bombay stock close price is 74,169.95. The Sensex index is increased by 341.04 points or 0.46%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump and Putin agreed to ceasefire talks and better US-Russia relations. Court orders rehiring of 24,000 federal workers fired under Trump's plan. Trump's controversial immigration actions accused of targeting vulnerable asylum seekers. Federal judge orders Musk to restore US aid operations after controversial shutdown. Oklahoma wildfires kill 4 and injure 200, damage reported across the state. Governor Hochul and Congressman Tonko announce $270 million for affordable housing in New York. Colorful St. Patrick's Day parade celebrated in New York City. Plane crash near Dalton kills 12, popular musician Aurelio Martinez among victims. Netanyahu warns Israel's Gaza offensive is just the beginning. Greek nurse sentenced to life for murdering 2 daughters in tragic case. Bangladesh football's new era, Heart of Bangladesh jersey unveiled. And Australia's first out gay footballer Josh Cavallo opens up about daily abuse and struggle. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.